is power. Sometimes when we look at the things that happens to us as human, we might think that it is only us that is affected. Even God's creation, the world that he created, the weather, atmospheric weather conditions, the land and everything that surrounds us also go through all the things that we are going through. So today in Naname's classroom, we'll be going details into what is called what? A storm. What is a storm? Storms happens in the weather atmosphere. It's an atmospheric weather condition. Even storms do take place in living creatures. Apart from we human beings, plants and all those things, they go through what? A storm. God's creation can be strictly aligned, or God's things can be strictly aligned with his creation in the world that we live in. So today we'll be looking at what? The storm. Last time I was telling you a current, the ocean current, how it moves. So today we'll be looking at the storm. Before then, let's remember that in this classroom, we say knowledge is power. So therefore, you are going to acquire what? Power. So before I dive into this lesson as called a storm, that's a geographical lesson on a storm, so that you understand even the weather condition, what happens to it, and what refer it to your life, and also know that they also go through such things. God's creation is beautiful. Let's look at this video. Just take a nice good look at it. I hope you are able to see. We're in a car, and all of a sudden, a storm took place. The whole weather was dark. Then it started raining, a torrential rain. I just decided to video this so that you see it and see. Can you see? This thing can make even driving very difficult. Accident can take place. Imagine you are in a place where it's not shadowed. You are walking, you'll be soaked. If care is not taken, disaster can take place. This one just happened at a twinkle of an eye when I was driving somewhere with my son. That is when you experience it. Look at it. What you are seeing is called what? A storm. So you can see. Good. Hear even the sound that is coming out. A serious disturbance as it is. Thank you. Looking at this video, then let's go to our lesson for today. We call what? A storm. What is a storm? A storm is a severe disturbance in the Earth's atmosphere. The atmosphere is the air that surrounds the Earth. There are different stages of the atmosphere. You have the lithosphere. If you want that, we'll go through the different stages of the atmosphere. So the atmosphere is just the mixture of the air around us. A storm is a severe disturbance in the Earth's atmosphere, characterized by low pressure. The moment we say low pressure, we are talking about warmer air. Strong winds which are strong. So you can see when the picture I show you, there were strong winds that was blowing and heavy precipitation. So there were heavy precipitation. This type of precipitation that we're experiencing was a rain. There are other precipitation too, rain, snow, and hail. How then is a storm formed? A storm is formed when two unstable warmer air, when unstable warm air rises and meets a colder air. Warmer air rises up, meets a colder air, which is also falling. These two winds needs to meet. Both of them have different characteristics. Warmer air, colder air. When we say air is warmer, the air is lighter. Every warmer air or hot air is lighter. Because it's lighter, it rises. It has the characteristics of rising. And this one, which is colder, is denser and heavier. So if you check the weather atmosphere, whenever there's colder air, you see the whole atmosphere becomes that. Even your eyelid becomes very difficult for you to even open them. So colder air are denser, they are heavier. So what does it do? It has the characteristics of of sinking. These two air will meet. When they meet together, the warmer air is forced up to rise. Why? Because it's lighter. The colder air pushes it high up. When warmer air rises, what forms? There's cloud formation. If it's an intenser warm air and then the colder air is more denser and it goes higher up, the clouds that forms are the clouds we call the cumulonimbus cloud. That is the heaviest cloud. And now when that cloud forms, I tell you, it comes with heavy precipitation. A torrential rain will fall drastically. Hailstone that can fall drastically. And a snow will also form. So that is how a storm is formed. This warmer air, colder air meeting together. And when they meet, because both of them have different characteristics, there will be friction. Will be a storm in it. There will be friction because they are trying to understand each other. I have a different characteristics. You also have a different characteristics. So the warmer air will be pushed up because it's lighter. Definitely it will rise. And because of the intense pushing of the colder air, what happens to it? The warmer air will go far. When it goes higher up in the sky, the big cloud we call the cumulonimbus clouds, I said, will form. Then there will be severe precipitation. Yes, it can be sometimes dangerous, can lead to flooding, can lead to distractions and everything. But there's one thing that I need you to understand. Whenever the storm is over, there's serenity, there's calmness. Even in your life, storms will come. It will blow you drastically. But definitely there will be serenity. How then do we get this warmer and cold air? Look at this. This is the world that you live in. People live on different latitude. This latitude here is at 0 degrees. This latitude, we call it the equator. There are people who live on this latitude here, we call the South Pole, and there are people who live on this here, we call the North Pole. This is at 90 degrees, whilst this is also at 90 degrees. This one is at 0 degrees. Here, because there's intense heat, equator is more closer to the sun. Temperatures relatively here are very warm and hot. Then here is far away from the sun. That is the North Pole and the South Pole. So temperatures relative there is very cold. So what will happen? Colder air plus warmer air. Warmer air rise, colder air also rise. They come and meet together, forming the storms that we are talking about. So that is how a storm is formed. So the warmer air will move from here. The colder air will also come down. Because it's denser, it's sinking, whilst this one is rising. They meet. Colder air is formed, fall down. Then the warmer air rises to form what you call the cumulonimbus clouds. One unfortunate thing, there's a type of force here we call the Coriolis force. It's a frictional force that is found in the equator. It helps winds to move either to the left or to the right. So this is it. So always there's Coriolis force depleting or moving winds either to the left or to the right. This helps us the warmer air to push towards to move towards the colder one, and this warmer air also move towards the colder one. So when these two merges up and meet each other, low atmospheric condition is formed. Warmer air will rise, as I've said. Clouds will form, bigger clouds, bringing all the storms that we are facing. And all the weather condition that is associated with. Look at this that I'm teaching as a geographer and as a minister of his word. I've understood God's creation with the creation that he has made. Every storm will come. But I tell you, my beloved, it will end in glory. Bless you. Have a nice day.